I'm 62, and for decades, relationship marketing and building connections with customers and leads was never my challenge. What was my challenge was tech, and I avoided it for years until my simple little email marketing business that I morphed from my offline business that I'd started in 1985 and then starting my email marketing business in 1999. I had a lot of people that opened my emails, bought my products, went and looked at webinars that I was sharing affiliate offers with them, all with the outcome that I know that they wanted. So I wasn't being salesy or anything like that. Those kind of relationships and just helping them and proving that I can help them by actually helping them first, that was never the challenge. The tech was. So from 1999 until about 2024, I had very simple low-tech software that handled my email business. Until one day I got an email from the company saying, hey, we're going to discontinue this software. Just wanted to give you a heads up. Whoa, I don't do tech. It's like, hey, I've been in this little safe place of knowing the little things I could do while the world progressed with tech. And then in 2024, I hit a wall. And I realized, I'm 62. I've got to figure these things out. I've always been burying my head in the sand with tech because it's just never come easily to me. So, that helps, with the way that I feel about things. And it obviously it affects my confidence and all of that. But I needed to progress. I needed to continue serving the people that had been on my list, some of them for as many as 20 years. So there was a real relationship of me offering good things to them that can help them, along with some fun things as well and things that will brighten their day as well. But the bottom line was in 2024, I had to get real. But luckily, AI came along at the same time. So what I started to do was learn about it, but also realize that, you know, I'm a relationship marketer. And when it comes to I use verbal prompts a lot of times, started with the typing, but I use verbal prompts and I just talk to it pretty much as if, I were across the table saying, hey, here are the things that I need to do. I am not, gifted with tech. It's a challenge for me. Give me the simple step-by-step ways to do this. And lo and behold, what I realized was that started the conversation, and it also started bridging the gap from my old way of thinking, of burying my head because I wasn't good with tech, to actually realize, hey, I can do this with the help of AI because I can just go back and say, hey, look, I've hit a wall. I can take a screenshot, share it, and say, here's what I'm dealing with. Tell me what to do next. And it would. And I would do that over and over and over until I started to bridge that gap, get the confidence, and actually be able to move into current times, so that I could have an email business that served people, but also was up to speed so I could be helping people as well. So, of course, for the last handful of years, I've been tapping into AI. I've actually started helping other business owners that are trying to figure out email marketing, the nurture sequence, the follow-up, so their leads don't fall through the gaps, and so that they can prove they can help them by actually helping them and realize it's not about being salesy. It's about being helpful and understanding the outcome that somebody wants who's on an email list within a niche, who's searching for a solution and an outcome to the challenge that they've got. Of course, that's the business model. That's in getting in front of that demand that is not only looking for a solution to the challenges that they've got and the pain points that they've been experiencing, maybe for years, but also people that are actively buying solutions. So they're paying money to figure this out. When we can tap into AI to understand what that demand is, we can get in front of it with our business model and our email business. So why has email been so popular pretty much since the beginning of the internet? It's because it's effective and it can be automated, and we are continually nurturing a relationship, growing it, all with potentially, when done right, the outcome in mind for these people. It's all about our subscribers. How can we help them like a friend would help them? How in the beginning can we let them know, listen, I just want to help you any way that I can. I've got these solutions. Here's the first step. Here's the next step. Here's the next step. Now, we're not saying it exactly like that, but that's all we're doing. So let me ask you, I'm sure you've been a good friend to somebody, or maybe a lot of people, maybe your whole life. You know what it takes to be there for somebody. Maybe you've gone through a rough patch and somebody's been there for you. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for this person. Subconsciously, we might be thinking these kinds of things, and we should be grateful. It's a blessing. So when we start to target a niche and understand who the lead target is that we're trying to help, what their pain points are, what the challenges are, what they're suffering from truly, and then what the outcome is that they want, we can start to then put together something that's the first step to get towards that outcome for them. They get on our email list, and then we can be sharing the next step and the next step in a monetizable way. And it works so well with all kinds of different businesses. So fast forward to today, I've actually consulted with, gosh, I think about 300 plus businesses all over the world, helping them implement email marketing into their business model so they can nurture leads, they can cultivate the relationship, and give them the next steps within their business model that will help these people achieve the outcome that they want. That is a business that's wrapped around serving and helping and purpose. So we can start to focus in on niches that mean something to us, understand who is out there that we could serve. What are their pain points? Are they paying for solutions? Looking for those kinds of niches that have purpose to us that then we can serve. So it brings a lot of meaning to our life, potential side income. You know, we hear about side hustles. Well, that's great, but a lot of times hustle means a lot of time and effort and work. Certainly all this takes effort to put together. Everything worthwhile takes work, but email marketing and email income can be automated because we can automate when the emails go out over time. The first week, first month, first 6 months, first 12 months, I've had email automation in my email list that's gone out as many as 3 years. So once somebody gets in, they're served in all kinds of ways in my email journey with them that's monetizable for a long time, going out pretty much twice a week. So when you think about, hey, I've got a desire at this stage of my life to catch up, or I'm reinventing my life, or maybe my job isn't what it once was, or my career wasn't what it once was, or you've learned a lot and you want to share what you've learned. And you know what? That is also a life well lived. Well, you can do that in a monetizable way with email income. That's why I have my free 3-day email income challenge, because I show you how to create giving by getting so that you can get people on the list, giving them something that will help them, that first step known as a lead magnet. Then we get in front of the demand that's already out there, and then we start to do the follow-up emails and find what it is that we can put in these emails that are potentially monetizable. So somewhere around here, there's probably a link to my 3-day email income challenge. It is free. If you'd like to share some time with me, I've got videos in each of these 3 days where I go into a deep dive on this subject so that you can consider what topic, what niche that means something to you. Could you plug into this business model that can be an automated side income at this stage of your life to then add to whatever it is you're already doing? And the nice thing is it has the chance to, throughout the different emails, to generate income in different ways, potentially. Not making any earnings claims here, clearly. But if that sounds good to you, I look forward to sharing more with you inside of the challenge. But either way, just know tech is our superpower. Just by being conversational, asking, what can I do to make this happen? And I will share with you in the 3-day email challenge each day how I'm using AI in real time. It's pretty fascinating, and it is a blessing for a guy like me who's 62 and who has always been tech challenged to have this superpower on our side. And it's not something overwhelming to learn. It's just conversational, and it shares with us what we need to do. I'll look forward to sharing more with you in the videos that I post, but also in my 3-day challenge. So if you're looking for something additional to add to the purpose and the legacy of your life at this stage, share the things that you already know maybe, definitely check that out. Either way, I will be sharing more with you in my next video.